Good morning, Africa. Welcome to yet another episode of Good Morning Africa, live on Cnetv, the number one blockchain, cryptocurrency, and fintech TV platform with our headquarters in Lagos State, Nigeria. I'm your host for this show, Lee. So let's, you know how we run it on the show. We'll be able to carry you, help you get your day started. So we'll be looking at motivation for the day. So we'll be having some motivations and also helping you to get started for the day. So after motivation, we'll be able to look at some of the markets. We'll be looking at forex, that's FX market, cryptocurrency market, commodity and stock. After that, we'll look at some of the headlines. Today we're going to be looking at major headlines and also go review some of the headlines yesterday, just go through them before we delve into headlines that we have today. So we also have our guest coming today to joining us. We'll be talking about different trending headlines and also most especially he'll be making his input around SEC Nigeria cryptocurrency regulations. So we want to use this week to dissect that particular subject matter because it's something that really concerns the ecosystem, and so we want to get as many opinions from the industry participants and also veterans as well to see how they are looking at this particular SEC regulations. After that, we'll be able to summarize for the day. So I'm happy we are alive today. We are up and running to be here and bringing you everything about cryptocurrency and blockchain. So we'll just take a quick break. When we return, we'll be looking at a motivation that I have for you today. Do not go anywhere. We will be right back. Welcome back to the show, Good Morning Africa, live on Cnetv. It's a very morning show, a very interesting one, live every weekdays, Mondays to Fridays at 7 a.m. West African time. Also do well to follow Cnetv across all our social media handles to stay updated about what is really happening in the industry around Africa and the globe. So do well to follow us across all our social media handles at Cnetv1. So you will be updated. So let's look at our motivation that we have for today. So talking about that, we'll be able to look at you have to be like, if you want to be successful, you have to be consistent and innovative. So that's how we want to do it. So you want to be successful, you have to be consistent and innovative. So being consistent in what you are doing and innovative, not only being consistent. Why I came up with this too, I saw this somewhere online, so I was able to look at it. It really matters. So you have to be consistent and innovative, not being consistent. Some people are consistent, but they are not being innovative, so it really affects. So you are consistent doing something over and over and over, but you are not adding flair or adding creativity to that particular thing that you are doing. And also, some people can be innovative and they are not consistent. So these two go hand in hand. So if you're not innovative, some people have the ideas, they have the innovative ideas and all the rest of them, but they are not consistent in what they are doing. Most especially in the blockchain space, in the fintech space, you have to be consistent. There are a lot of competitions out there, so you have to be consistent and innovative. So if you are not innovative and you are consistent, it doesn't work that way. You will be limited. So you will not reach your potentials, the full potentials of what you ought to have achieved. So that's why it's good that if you want to be very successful, you have to be innovative, you have to be consistent. So you also look at how do you stay innovative and consistent. You look at your mental health. So be able to look at mental health. Mental health is so much important. And also you look at some of your habits. So these are things that you should be able to look at to stay consistent. What are some of those habits that you have to put aside? There are some habits that you don't have to carry along. And also you look at your knowledge. Are there gaps in knowledge? Are there knowledge that you need to acquire in your field? So you'll be able to take those maybe it is courses, mentorship, and all the rest of them. So you'll be able to go there and get that. So avoid self-doubt. So some people don't really have confidence in what they are doing themselves, and it really affects them. So avoid self-doubt because it really affects. So you can also look at procrastination. Procrastination, we know, is a major killer of destiny. So you have to avoid procrastination for you to stay consistent. So what you're supposed to do today, do where to do it. Do not procrastinate. It doesn't help. So also look at insecurities and imperfection. So I will also look at your meetings and how to be able to manage all those. So those are a few things around being consistent and innovative. So that's the word for us today. So I hope this will really help, because this is early morning show. We are trying to gear you up to the start of the day. So that's it for motivation for the day. So we have other things lined up. So after that, we're going to be looking at our different markets. We're going to be looking at our blockchain and cryptocurrency markets. We're going to be looking at FX market, commodity, and stock markets. So do not go anywhere. And we also have a lot of trending stories here. So do not go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. It's still Cnetv Good Morning Breakfast Show, Good Morning Africa, live on Cnetv. So we're going to be looking at the different markets, starting with cryptocurrency market. So let's take a look at cryptocurrency market. The entire cryptocurrency market capitalization is currently at $1.309 trillion. So that's 1.309,301,187,940. That's it for the entire cryptocurrency market capitalization. So knowing the entire cryptocurrency market has lost 2.2% in the last 24 hours. So let's look at the trade volume. So the trade volume there is $75 billion. That's the 24 hours trade volume for our cryptocurrency market. So that's 75478,623,61. So Bitcoin is also dominating. So Bitcoin dominance there is 43.2%. We look at followed by Ether. Ether used to be 18, but currently at 17.8%. That's what they are using to dominate there. So you look at cryptocurrencies there. Let's look at the top cryptocurrencies, how they are faring this morning. So Bitcoin is currently trading at $29,631. So that's what is currently trading at. So those are live stats there. You could see that the price is also changing. So Bitcoin just gained, it's lost 0.6% in the last 24 hours. So that's what Bitcoin, the current price of Bitcoin, around that yesterday when we were at the show yesterday. So Bitcoin has really been struggling to enter that 30,000 price mark. So let's see how that unfolds, how the market is reacting. So we look at Ether there, Ethereum, which is currently trading at $1,916.56. So Ether has really lost 3.2% in the last 24 hours. So no much changes around those prices. So almost the same prices they were when we were at the show yesterday. So we look at USDT, we passed that. It's a stable coin. USDC stable coin. BNB number 5 on that by market capitalization. BNB Binance coin currently trading at $316.30. So that's what is currently trading at. Yesterday BNB gained. It was gained around 8% when we were on the show yesterday. But today, BNB has lost 4% of what it gained. So it has lost 4.2% in the last 24 hours. Not doing that bad there. Still around that $300 price mark. So 316, seeing if it will be able to enter. No, this struggle may be able to enter 350 or thereabout. So SRP currently trading at 0.40. That's 40 cents, and SRP has lost 1.9% in the last 24 hours. So let's look at Cardano, because BUSD is a stable coin. We passed that. Cardano, which the ticker there is ADA, is currently trading at 0.49. That's 49 cents. It has lost 3.8% in the last 24 hours. Solana is on the list there. So Solana is trading at 46.118. That's $46.11. And it has lost in the last 24 hours. It has lost 5.7%. So Polkadot, a Dogecoin there on the list, currently trading at 0.08, and it has lost 3.1% in the last 24 hours. So the cryptocurrency market is not doing that bad, just around what it was yesterday. and most of the cryptocurrencies are trying to recover. So let's see how all this play out. So we'll be looking at other markets. Let's take a look at commodity. Okay, let's take a look at stock. We look at stock market, how is stock really performing there. You see that Apple is currently trading at 140.52. That's what Apple is currently trading at. We see Microsoft at 262.52. That's what it's currently trading at. Intel at 42.20 and Cisco at 44.00. Verizon is trading at 51.24. So there are others there. You can see it on the screen. So we'll take away from that. We look at commodities. Let's take a look at commodities. Commodities are. We look at gold there at 1,844.30. That's what gold is currently trading at. Silver at 21.754. So copper is currently trading at 4.2215. Platinum currently trading at 929.35. So that's it for commodity. We take a look at FS. Euro against USD is 1.0679. Pounds against USD is 1.2563. USD against Japanese yen at 127.30. USD against Canadian dollars at 1.2836, and Australian dollar against USD is at 0.7075 USD. So that's how far we can go on that. So that's it for market today. So we've been able to look at different markets. We see how most especially the cryptocurrency market is really performing. That's where we are paying major attention. So we're just trying to also update you on how the FS market is, commodity and stock market. So I hope you are enjoying the show. So we have headlines that are coming after this market update. So we'll take a break. When we return, we'll be looking at trending headlines in the blockchain, crypto, and fintech space. So do not go anywhere. I know you will not like to miss some of the trading headlines, and we're going to be having our guests coming on board to help us dissect different headlines, paying more attention on the SEC Nigeria cryptocurrency regulations. Stay with us. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. It's still Good Morning Africa live on Cnetv. It's our breakfast show where we help you get started for the day. So we'll be moving straight to the trending headlines that we have. So just I'll take a quick recap of some of the headlines that we looked at yesterday. So in case you missed it yesterday, some of the headlines that was trending yesterday was number one. There was Stripe now allowing merchant to convert payments into Bitcoin automatically using OpenNode. Central African Republic looks to become crypto zone as they are looking at zero tax on BTC gains and income. Coinbase entered the Fortune 500, coming in at number 337, so which made them to be the first cryptocurrency company to join that list. So they joined that list with over 7.8 billion in physical revenue. That's $1 billion in physical revenue in 2021. Balenciaga now accepts Bitcoin and cryptos. So this is coming a few weeks after Swiss luxury watchmaker Tag Heuer dived into the crypto space. So those were some of it. Okay, SEC Nigeria. Crypto regulation still CBN, the Central Bank of Nigeria, still mute after SEC regulation. So we'll be able to look at few details on Cnetv's Dubai Media Tour. So those were the headlines for yesterday. So let's look at some of the headlines for today. Yesterday is gone. So what are some of the headlines making rounds this day in the blockchain, crypto, and fintech space? So we saw that Kristalina Georgieva, who is the managing director of IMF News, calls for interoperability between different CBDCs, that central bank digital currencies, at the World Economic Forum. So that's so according to her, she said managing. She said is pragmatic. Okay, that's Kristalina Georgieva. That's her Twitter handle. So we look at some the comments. I don't know if we can be able to see the video of that speech, which she was advocating for that. situation whereby you can transfer different currencies, CBDC, and it's convert automatically. So what we are happy about that is that they are also discussing about this because we know CBDC, that central bank digital currencies, are what many nations are looking towards. So that's a very good one there. So are we going to be seeing a rise in CBDC? So those are the questions there. So we've gone past that. Our guests will also be throwing more light on this and what it means for the ecosystem. So number 2 on the headline there, we are looking at Luna. So about 200 million, that's 65% of addresses has voted yes to Luna 2.0. So Luna is 2.0 is set to launch tomorrow. So that's a good one for the Luna community. So a lot of news coming out of Luna there. If you can see some of those, what it means is that so what it means is we saw some of the discussions around Luna, the way forward. The last time it was a community were asked to burn 25% of their holding, and I don't think that really worked. So it's a good one that the Luna community came and 65% voted for the Luna 2.0. So there's going to be a fork for Luna 2.0. So there are going to be old Luna chain and the new Luna chain. I'm still trying to see how that is going to be working out. So that was the announcement on Twitter by Terra Foundation. So it says that Terra 2.0 is coming with overwhelming support. The Terra ecosystem has voted to pass proposal 1623, calling for the genesis of a new blockchain and the preservation of our community. So that's an announcement coming there. And also the Luna was trending on Twitter last night. So let's look at next there. After that, we saw the next headline there is we have seen that Huobi, Bitrue, Binance, and other top exchanges, they are set to support Luna 2.0. So what this really means that if these exchanges are going to support Luna 2.0, we are going to be seeing the new version of Luna being traded on those or listed on those top exchanges. I know the community is trying to stay together in supporting the Luna ecosystem. So we'll look at some of the tweets by Huobi. So some of the announcements by these top cryptocurrency exchanges trying to support Luna community. I don't know if I can have that on the screen. So Huobi support the launch of Luna 2.0 on May 27. That's tomorrow. So that's when this new chain is going to have are you ready for Luna rebate? So that's a tweet from Huobi Global. So that's a nice one coming from Huobi. Another tweet there by Bitrue, another top cryptocurrency exchange. Bitrue also made an announcement on Twitter stating their support for Luna community. So according to that on Twitter, you can see it on the screen. Luna is rising again. Bitrue will continue our historic support of Terra Money by being the first exchange to launch Luna version 2 trading. Luna version 1 services will be suspended May 26, 1300 UTC, while version 2 services start May 27. So those are these things. So I know Bitrue is also making some comments. They are saying that they are number one cryptocurrency exchange to list Luna. That was around 217 or thereabout, or 219. Yeah, that was on about 219 when they listed. So they are claiming they are going to be the first exchange to list Luna. And also looking at that, they also suggesting that if there is a way Luna and them can also compensate the community maybe during this splitting of the chains. So we also have tweets by Binance. Binance didn't, the one we could lay our hands on, didn't specifically said if they are listing or so, but we could see that they are supporting the community. So if you look at that, the Terra community just passed. That's Binance saying this on Twitter. The Terra community just passed a vote to rebate Terra network. We are working closely with the Terra team on the recovery plan, aiming to provide impacted users on Binance with the best possible treatment. Stay tuned for further updates. So those are the comments from these top cryptocurrency exchanges. I know Duquan is also appealing. There is a tweet. Some people are making that. I don't know how true that may be. They're appealing. So according to watcher.guru, they say just in according to Herald Corp, Duquan has contacted the top 5 exchanges in Korea, asking for a Luna 2.0 listing. So those are what we are hearing from Luna. So a lot of discussions around those headlines. I believe our guest is going to be helping us to dissect those because we are also, me particularly, I'm happy how the community is staying together, most especially at this trying time, trying to help out the project, irrespective of what we heard about the Kwan, who is the CEO of Terra. There were some publications and some things flying around about how he talks down on different projects and competitors and all the rest of them. So I could see that nobody's looking at that. That's a very good one, showing that the ecosystem is getting matured, and so everybody is coming, rallying together to make sure that that project doesn't crash entirely. And these exchanges are coming together saying they will support Terra, and that's a good one. So it means that Terra still have hope. There are speculations about prices and all the rest of them. I know this morning Terra just not doing bad, gained about 10% before I came on stage. So there are no much reactions there, but let's see how everything plays out tomorrow. That's when that particular new chain and the listings are going to take place. So let's see how I'm hearing 10% of old holdings, and let's see how that plays out. So away from Luna, I know we'll be going back to these top headlines. We are not here to read that headlines for you. That's not why the show is here. We are here to dissect these trending headlines, make you understand it, help you. I know a lot of people are so much interested in the ecosystem and they don't really understand how to go about it. And on some of these headlines, some persons may be asking what is Luna and all the rest of them. So these are the reasons why we are here to get you updated and help you to understand different trending topics and understand the entire blockchain, crypto, and fintech ecosystem. So away from Huobi, away from Luna, we are going to be looking at Ripple. Ripple is currently facing a lawsuit. They are SEC, the United States of America, SEC. I know this legal battle has been on for a while now, and it's still on. So Ripple will explore IPO after SEC lawsuit ends, says CEO Brad Garlinghouse. So Brad Garlinghouse is saying that Ripple will explore the option for IPO. We could also remember that Coinbase also did IPO, and maybe Ripple is also trying to move that direction. So he's saying that they are going to be exploring the option of IPO. IPO is initial public offering. So let's see how that goes. Let's see if they will be able to win the lawsuit. I know a lot of comment has been coming around that particular SEC lawsuit against Ripple. Some are calling it witch hunt and all the rest of them. So let's see how that plays out, and we'll be when our guests joins us, we'll be able to know what this really means for us. How is all this going to play out? So next there on the list, we have a lot of trending stories there, and I'm also trying my best to not only read the headlines and also help you understand it a bit. I'm trying to expatiate some of those headlines. So we are going to be looking at Project Sango. Project Sango is the crypto hub, the project by Central African Republic. Their project hub, they tag this Sango. So World Bank not happy with Central African Republic crypto hub project, says $35 million loan to Central African Republic unrelated to their project, their crypto project. So what that really means that World Bank gave a Central African Republic loan of $35 million. And you could also recall that Central African Republic was on the headline yesterday. They adopted, they have been able to adopt blockchain as a legal tender. I say blockchain, Bitcoin as a legal tender. And yesterday's news was that they are giving zero tax for gains and incomes on Bitcoin. So those are what is going on in CAR, that's Central African Republic, and the World Bank is not really happy about that, citing non-transparency and all the rest of them. So this is not the first time we are seeing this. El Salvador, when they embraced Bitcoin as a legal tender, the IMF and all the World Bank, many organizations, we are not happy about that, citing many challenges they may face. But as we can see, El Salvador is really doing well with their crypto Bitcoin project. So our guests would also be helping us to know what does this really mean. So next on that is SEC Nigerian cryptocurrency and licensing fee, and that's where we'll be dwelling much on this morning's show. And when our guest joins us, we'll be dwelling much on that, because we want to be able to get opinions from different backgrounds. So people from different backgrounds. Our guest today is a founder and entrepreneur, cryptopreneur. So he's going to be helping us see what this really means for the crypto startup ecosystem. So we'll also be bringing you some updates on our Coin News Extras Dubai media tour. We'll be also be giving you a lot of news are coming out there, and we're also making some documentaries about that. Maybe we'll be playing some of them from tomorrow. Those videos are being worked on now. So we have, apart from that, we also have some discussions going on in Dubai between our team and ecosystem players in that particular region. So that's a brief about these headlines. I will be having discussions around these headlines. So I hope you are enjoying the show. We are going to be going for a quick break. When we return, we'll be looking in depth on these topics. Do not go anywhere. We will be right back. Welcome back to the show. Still, Good Morning Africa live on Cnetv is a breakfast show that comes your way every weekdays, 7 a.m. West African time, live on. So let's look at most especially the Okay. That's nice. So if you are giving them a go, okay. Mm. Are you saying that you are positive about it? Is it just to encourage the ecosystem or the project or the ecosystem? Or is it that you believe since you wanted to, you are currently building on the lunar network? Is it a good, what makes it unique for you to still be positive about it? Okay. Yes.
If it's truly decentralized, then there was supposed to be a DAO decision, right? But at some point, it looked like it was the founder's decision. It was a founder's decision. It was a core team decision. And, just to salvage the whole chaosness that was occurring around the Terra Luna ecosystem. So for me, I am positive because it's an evolving technology. It should be given a second chance. Okay, for instance, you look at the Elon Musk Cybertruck, right? Uh, it went through. In fact, at the demo stage, Elon Musk was doing a live demo, and the trunk got destroyed. It was supposed to be bulletproof, anti-bomb, and all of that. And right before everybody's eyes, there were quite a lot of issues. So that didn't deter Elon Musk from continuing production or going back to rework what he already has. So if Terra Luna can be given another chance, I didn't believe that Terra Luna was a rock pool protocol. Okay, I just believe that there were quite a lot of mistakes that they made, which would have been avoided from the onset. If you look at it, it was just an attack on the community, right? And then it brought a whole lot of damage to the entire ecosystem.
Okay, thank you for that. You made mention of DAO decision not being looked into, like it's being done by mostly the core team and some particular individuals. So, but we are seeing this voting that went on yesterday about the Luna 2.0. Is it that the DAO has started functioning?
Yeah, but also, so this is, so even before this particular voting, I followed a Luna, I think the last 2 weeks ago or so, or when the whole attack started, I followed Luna on one of their Twitter spaces, and they were trying to involve the community to be able to salvage the whole situation. So I think at some point when this whole chaosness started, Luna discovered that, okay, we had made some certain errors. We had done some certain things that shouldn't have been done. So I would still consider this as Luna trying to get it right by drastically involving the community right now.
Okay, thank you. Let's look at what does this 2.0 mean for the Luna community and the entire crypto community. What is it all about?
Okay, so yeah, so this is a decision that would give back the community some sort of hope, and then like I said, in its entirety, Luna is not a bad protocol. Luna had certain attacks on some certain assets, and then they lost confidence in the entire ecosystem. But right now, what they are trying to do is to bring back this confidence, is to regain the confidence that was lost. For instance, the Luna 2.0 voting simply means that, okay, we're going to be redeploying, we're going to be coming with new approach, we're going to be doing we're going to be more community driven, okay, than, because if you look at the architecture, like I said, if you look at the architecture from the onset, Luna was more of a founder core team driven community, right? And that was where every other thing began to sink, even when the attack started. So this is just a call to say, okay, we want to get this whole thing right. We want to do what we didn't do. We want to, for instance, they are trying to bring up a new proposal for pegging their stable coin, which the first one had a very faulty approach. Okay. And right now what they are trying to do is they are trying to remodel the pegging approach. So and then not just that, because if you look at it, what actually a stable coin from the name, or be from whatever it is, from the concept, a stable coin is actually supposed to be stable. What even happened to USD affected USDT. But if you look at the approach on USDT, it wasn't so massive, because usually when there's a downward movement in the when there's a bear market that is fully set in, usually it affects every other asset in the ecosystem. We've seen this effect happening in previous bear markets that has happened before now, but not this bad. Okay, not to the extent that a stable coin becomes almost like a shit coin in code, right? So, for Luna 2.0, what the simple approach that these guys are trying to do is to try to remodel whatever they had in the first. It's a very lengthy proposal. It's a very bulky document. Okay, that, but in summary, what they are trying to do is just to remodel the earlier approach they had. So in the case of these kind of attacks, it's not going to be this bad, and then it's going to salvage a whole lot of situation. It's going to make a whole lot of errors to be avoided. You understand what I mean? So in technical terms, what they are just trying to do is to rebuild. And rebuilding can be they are trying to build on top of what they already have existing. Okay, so for me, I feel this is a better approach, and this will make them to avoid whatever disaster that has happened in previous times.
Okay, nice one there. Let's look at how is it going to really work? How is Luna 2.0 going to work? Has that been published? How has it been done by other projects that have really faced this kind of challenges?
Okay, so like I said, the old Luna chain, is not to be disappearing. It's going to coexist with whatever is coming up right now, and looking at previous experiences. The Bitcoin Cash once had a 51% attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even ETC.
Yeah. So good. So when you look at this, it is not just new to Luna, but the fact that Luna's was unthinkable. Luna's was quite massive,
yes.
And it really went so bad on the entire ecosystem. It's I am not sure the point at which those assets that are built on Luna, for instance, the Luna token and then the UST, I'm not sure it can ever recover to its all-time high. To the previous all-time high. I'm not sure it can ever recover to that point because of the effect. And so instead of just wasting a whole lot of resources, a whole lot of time, let's forget the spilled milk, and then let's go back to building. Let's go back to the drawing board. And that's where I give kudos to the Luna team. Yeah, we have lost this. Can we regain ourselves? Can we build? Can we continue? Should we just say it's over from this point? And these guys are taking up the challenge to come up with a better approach and then come up with a reusable approach. And so at this point, what Luna is trying to do is trying to develop a coexisting chain that is going to use a whole lot of properties from the previous chain, okay? But then not just to tie everything to this, so that people can regain confidence, people can have hope, in what is coming. That's why they are now renaming this approach 2.0. But if you look at it critically, a whole lot of assets will be benefiting from the old chain. So it's not completely building a whole new protocol, but then it's building a whole new approach and then calling it Luna 2.0.
Yeah, I know the old chain will be existing. There will be no much attention paid to the old chain. And also, let's look at most of the leaders, influencers, and also CZ. They have been clamoring for, even though whatever that is done, that who that before the crash would also be carried along in finding a way to compare them. Is there any plan on that? Have you seen any plan around that, seeing that just the new blockchain, and also the holders are going to be rewarded? But that's not actually what old holders are looking at, those that we are holding Luna before the crash. So what are your suggestions around that?
Yeah, okay. So for Luna, I have seen that there will be a 1 billion token airdrop, which 35% of it will be going back to the old holders, and post-attack holders will be getting like 10% of it. And and of course, they also have some other distribution. Community is about 30%. And so it means that Luna has plans to compensate whoever was Luna and then was attacked, and all of that, lost a whole lot of money. I saw somebody tweeting losing a whole lot. One of my friends on Twitter lost about $1.8 million. Yeah, so yeah, quite a lot of people lost huge funds, and so it's only logical for Luna to say, okay, we need to compensate whoever believed in us and held our assets. Yeah.
Okay, let's see how that plays out. We'll go for a short break. When we return, we continue with the conversation. We will be right back. Welcome. The show is still Good Morning Africa live on Cnetv. So we are looking at the trending headlines today.